Have you ever met someone who seems perfectly comfortable sitting quietly while everyone else is talking? Sometimes they may smile but listens carefully and joins the conversations only when they have something meaningful to say. And most of the time, they choose to observe rather than compete for attention. To some, they appear shy, and to others, they seem distant, reserved, or even difficult to understand. But be careful, because the first impression can be misleading. What if their silence isn't a sign of insecurity? What if it reflects a mind that is constantly observing, reflecting, and making a sense of the world in its own unique way? In a society that often celebrates the loudest voices, quiet minds are easily overlooked. But always remember, many remarkable ideas, meaningful conversations, and thoughtful decisions begin not in noise but in silence. This is the story of the introvert, a personality often misunderstood, yet quietly fascinating. An introvert is not someone who dislikes people, nor is introversion a weakness, a flaw, or lack of confidence. It is simply one of the many natural ways human beings experience the world. While many people feel energized by constant social interactions, introverts feel most comfortable in calm environments, meaningful conversations, and moments of quiet reflection. Their preference for solitude is not an escape from people or from the reality. It is simply often a way of reconnecting with themselves. Imagine standing beside a calm lake on a windless morning. At first glance, the surface appears still and silent. But beneath that quiet surface, an entire world is alive. The mind of an introvert is often much the same. Silence does not mean the absence of thought. More often, it is a sign of deep attention. They notice small details, listen very carefully. They observe expressions, emotions, and conversations that others may overlook. While many people are thinking about what to say next, introverts are often trying to understand what is really being said. One of the biggest misunderstandings about introverts is that they always want to be alone. That isn't true at all. Like everyone else, they value friendship, love, and meaningful relationships. The difference lies in how they restore their mental and emotional balance. For many introverts, quiet moments offer something that busy environment often cannot. They provide space to think, to reflect, to understand the experiences, and to reconnect with their own thoughts. For them, solitude is not emptiness. It is a place where clarity begins. Many people say introverts avoid social life, which is not at all true. Many introverts enjoy spending time with people they trust. They laugh, share stories, and build deep relationships. However, they often prefer smaller groups over large crowds. They usually enjoy conversations that explore ideas, experiences, and emotions rather than endless small talks. And for them, one meaningful conversation can be far more satisfying than hours and hours of casual interactions. Another misunderstanding about introverts is many people assume that quiet people have little to say, but in reality, the opposite is often true. Introverts tend to think before they speak. They carefully choose their words because they value meaningful communication over constant chatters. And when they do speak, it is often because they believe their words have something worthwhile to contribute. Times, a single thoughtful sentence carries more weight than 100 spoken without reflection. They are often misunderstood personality because they are quieter than others. Introverts are sometimes mistaken for being shy, unfriendly, or lacking confidence. But these are very different things. Shyness is usually connected to the fear of being judged. Introversion is a personality preference. An introvert may feel completely confident while still choosing to remain quiet. Their silence is often a choice, not a limitation. Many introverts possess qualities that are easy to overlook. They are often patient listeners, careful observers, thoughtful decision makers. They usually prefer understanding before responding and reflection before any action. These qualities can make them exceptional teachers, writers, artists, scientists, researchers, designers, and leaders too. History reminds us many influential thinkers were not known for speaking the loudest, but they were known for thinking the deepest. Living in a world that often rewards constant visibility can sometimes be challenging. People may expect everyone to enjoy large gatherings, frequent conversations, and endless social interactions. But for introverts, these situations can become mentally demanding. They may need quiet moments afterward, not because something is wrong with them, but because everyone restores their energy in different ways. Understanding this difference helps us appreciate personalities instead of judging them. Modern society often associate confidence with the speaking loudly and standing at the center of the attention. But confidence has many forms. Sometimes it appears in the courage to listen, sometimes in the patience to think before speaking, and sometimes in a quiet determination to remain true to oneself, even in a world that constantly demands attention. The world needs people who inspire through words. Pardon. The world, pardon. The world needs people who inspire through words. It also needs people who inspire through wisdom. Introverts reminds us that silence can carry meaning, that listening is just as valuable as speaking, and that depth often grows in places where there is room to think. So the next time you meet someone who seems quiet or reserved, don't rush to define him. Instead, take a moment to understand them. Because behind a quiet presence may exist a mind filled with curiosity, compassion, creativity, and remarkable insights. Perhaps the quietest person in the room isn't the one with the least to say. Perhaps they are simply waiting for the right moment to say something worth remembering.